Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. Another week of the podcast, episode 9, rolling in with this one. I want to make like a little group chat for everyone that kind of listens to the pod, and we could just talk about whether it's like I'll give you a little upcoming look at some guests we got coming, or just to have some feedback, just talk about what's going on that week with tattoos. Have like our little group chat. So if you're hearing this, shoot me a DM of you like watching the pod or listening to the pod, like a screenshot. And then I'll put you guys all into a group chat together, and I'll be in there, and we'll talk about everything, whether it's podcast related or just tattoo related. I think that would be super dope. So getting into this episode, we spoke with Terrence Ross, and I mean, it turned out great. Terrence talked about a shit ton of like different stories he had with playing with different people. He had a bunch of stories about James Johnson, who's like one of the OGs when it comes to just like being super tatted. So the stories that Terrence was letting us like hear and just giving us like that inside scoop on was super fucking cool. Terrence is just very well spoken, like cool guy. So he really gave us a little insight on everything. He talked about his Magic teammates. There's a bunch of young guys on there that have a shit ton of tattoos. And then he also let us know that there's some guys that, you know, are young, don't have tats yet, that express that they really want to get tatted. So super excited to see what happens in the future with that team. Without further ado, just sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. What's up, guys? This is your host, Matt Mangano. Make sure to follow, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts. And we also have a YouTube channel, so head over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Inked MBA podcast. We are joined today by Terrence Ross. I heard the other day on MSG called The Human Torch. Big Twitch streamer, TikTok guy. Catch him doing everything. He's got his own podcast too. Terrence, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro? Thanks for having me.
Of course. So you're now a vet in the league, right? I would consider you a vet.
Yeah.
And you are on one of the most exciting, like young teams, the Orlando Magic. Just talk to me about that. Being the vet, right? And now having all these young guys, and then we'll blend that into the tattoo culture of it. But just how does it feel right now being like that vet on a team with guys that are, you know, not even 21 yet?
It's wild, bro. It takes me back to like me being a rookie. Like it's a crazy full circle type of thing. You know, I was on the side of just being super young, not knowing, you know, what my day-to-day is going to be like. So now I'm going to year 10, and my life has changed completely since, you know, those first few days. So
Yeah.
It gives me like a little, you know, fresher breath or a breath of fresh air. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's fun.
They keep you on your toes, being like all young and running around with energy.
Bro, wow. Like they're young. They're young now. Like RJ, between RJ, Cole, like all those guys are just, and Jalen, like they're just super young.
Yeah. So let's bring that into tattoos here. When you came into the league, did you have any tattoos your rookie year?
Zero.
Nothing, right?
Nothing.
So now when you see these guys at 20 versus where you were at 20, and just the league in general, 2012 when you came in, what difference do you see in just the change in culture when it comes to tattoos?
It's definitely, I mean, kids are starting to get them younger. I mean, at least from what I think, I don't know. I mean, I think once guys know that they're going to get to the league, like one way or another, they're just going to, some guys start early, some guys start late. I've seen both sides of the coin. I've seen guys who, like JJ Redick, who played damn near his whole career without anything. And then he just gets like a full sleeve, and you see guys like that. Like Rudy Gay, he has the same thing. DeMar kind of has the same thing now.
DeMar
like
went crazy recently.
Yeah, so I mean, and DeMar's always had like a lot of tats. Like you just never see him because it's always on his back and it's like on his chest and stuff. Like recently, he got his arms, and I always used to pressure him like, "Yo, when you gonna get your arms done?" He's like, I'm never gonna do it. I don't want to do it. Now it's just different though. I mean, now you see guys like Mikey Williams, who is already inked up to the max, and he ain't even made the college yet. So it's just like it's a crazy game.
For sure. So for you, what was the reason why, or was there a reason why you waited a little bit, or waited at least till you got to the league to get tatted?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. My mom was like so against it, dog. Like she was gonna have a fit. And I remember, I think my younger sister got a tattoo before me, and it was just something like light. I think it was like on the inner arm. It's like super dainty, like you could barely even see it. Yeah. I just remember my mom calling me crying. Like, oh my God, she got a tattoo. Like, I don't know what to do. And so like, and up to that point, I didn't get a tattoo till after year one. And what did I get? I think I got like this, like from my shoulder to like my elbow, just in one sitting. And it was like one of the hood tattoos. Like a friend of a friend, he flew into town. He was like, "Oh yeah, I was like, "Oh, you know what? Let me get a tattoo." And we're like in a hotel. Like it was just the most jankiest, shit ever. So, but yeah, man, I waited because my mom.
Yeah. You see that a lot too. I had the same thing. My mom, I remember I got my first tat. My mom, same thing, was called me up because I told my sister first, called me up crying, was all upset about it. I was like, damn, like I was just trying to like get a tattoo. I don't need to do all this right now.
Nah, for sure. I feel you. I feel you.
So you talk about that, like the whole like janky experience with the first tattoo. So run me through like that story because I want to hear like a little funny story about a tattoo. How did that whole situation
bro, so this is like my first summer. This is my first off season after a full season, a rookie year. I go back to town with my homeboys. I'm just kicking it, I'm just hanging out. Everybody's, either fresh in college and I'm fresh in the league. So like we all just, being young, hanging out. And I think somebody was like, "Yo, let's get tatted this week." And I was kind of like, I never really thought of it. Like it never really crossed my mind to get tatted. And like I just knew it was my mom, she'd trip. But for whatever reason, something just kind of triggered it to be like, just do it.
Yeah.
And that I wish I like would have put more thought into it because I just went into this tattoo session not knowing what I was gonna get, trying to just free ball everything off my head. So like you'll have an idea of what I want. So I ended up getting just like what did I get? Let me see. I try to get like a mountain, like the view of the mountain, like Mount Hood back in Oregon, and then like trees, but the trees look janky. I got like the outline of the state tattooed, and in the state there's a bridge, and in the city it was known as like Ross Bridge. The name of it was like Ross Bridge, so I got that bridge tatted, the outline of the city in the background, and then I got Life of a Ross. And then 503 was area code. So like literally just like spitballing off the top of my head.
All idea. Shit off the top of the head. Yeah.
So like that took all day, bro. It was like I think like 6-7 hours. I was just sitting there, not knowing what to expect, just scared out of my mind, hoping it looked good. But it's my first hood tat, so I can't really complain.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, and that's you see that with yourself too. You have those like hood tats, and then you have also the leg piece that you recently got, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. So as you can see, I'm a big Deadpool fan. Like I got like the comics, figures, all that. So I was like, I really want my next tattoo to be just something like kind of different from what I got. Like everything else has like a meaning, and it's more like, spiritual or, family related, whatever. So I kind of want to get away from that. So I was like, no, let me start on my leg. And I just had an idea for, what do I like? So I was like, I like superheroes. So let me just go with my two favorite superheroes, which was Spider-Man and, Deadpool. So I just like, let me try to go on Pinterest and find something that, can blend together.
Mm-hmm. So talk to me about the different experiences you had from, that first tattoo to then meeting up with Mark and doing that leg sleeve.
Shout out Mark, bro. That's my guy, bro. He's legit. He's super good, bro. Super painless, like just top of the line experience. But man, that hood tattoo, I didn't have any numbing cream. I didn't have anything. It was just, I didn't know what to expect. I just went in there, just sat down on the couch, and he just started going at it. So that was painful. I did not like that at all. And like, I didn't know much about tattoos, so I didn't know like how my skin was going to react to it. But if I knew what I know now, I would have probably been like, all right, bro, you're going too hard, you're going too deep, because like it leaves scars and like, your skin kind of calluses up and it gets a little bumpy. And anytime I like scratch it, it gets like, it has like this weird reaction. So I'm just like, you know what? I should probably just went to a professional, but like it is what it is. And then, like the clouds look nothing like clouds. Like I tried to get like negative ink and it just didn't work. And like the shading was it was just a crazy experience. But with Mark, bro, like his vision, just the way he puts like the image onto your actual skin is amazing. He has a very light hand. Like I fell asleep during the session a few times. And he's quick. Like it's quick. And nothing took too long. And like even to this day, man, like the tattoo looks amazing. Like, and I love the way like he kind of blended I remember, I think it was 3 different pictures. I remember I had the Deadpool Spider-Man face. I kind of went like the rest of his shoulders in the logo. So he found a way to kind of like go negative with that and kind of make it pop. So it was a great experience. I definitely got to go back to him to get the rest of my leg finished.
Well, I was just gonna ask, is there what's the plan on that leg? Is that leg gonna be fully done?
Yeah, no, I'm for sure gonna keep going. Probably gonna do like all my favorite superheroes on this right leg, and then on my left leg, I'm gonna start like all my favorite villains from like DC and Marvel, and kind of blend that in on the other leg and kind of do that. So hopefully, maybe this off season or even All Star, I can start going back at it. So I definitely have a whole bunch of ideas, and that's the one thing I need, just time to think about what I want. Makes everything so much easier. Because just rushing makes it kind of sloppy, but yeah, I definitely have an idea for what I want, and I'm definitely gonna keep going with these leg tats.
So run me down. You want to go get a tat, like you're saying. You have. Let's say you're like, all right, All-Star break coming up. Run me through your thought process or what you do. Like, are you the guy you're scrolling on Pinterest? You're just run me through that.
So for me, like, All Stars is one of the times I get tatted probably the most. I usually have like a week off, and I'll start like for 2 or 3 days. I'll just go in. I'll just start like on one, like my arm, or I start on this sleeve. But it usually doesn't take too long. I know that within a week, it might be a little bit sore going back into the season, but like everything should be healed up perfectly. It start to peel a little bit, but for the most part, it's just fun. It takes up a lot of my time, but yeah. How many times have I done that? I think I've done that. It's my 10th year. I've done that at least 4 times. So I remember I got my forearm tatted. I got the back of my forearm tatted. I think in the same session. I got what else? I got the inside of my arm. No, Mark did that one too. I got the inside of this arm during the All-Star break. And then I got my wrist tatted during All-Star. I remember me and my wife got matching tattoos. And then, yeah, I don't know. All-Star's a perfect time. And then usually off season, I try to go back at it. So, yeah. And there's been a few times I even got tatted, like before games, hanging out with James Johnson. Like, he's tat master. Like, I've seen that guy, like, get his whole back tatted before a game. But, like, hanging out with him, I remember I was just going over his house just to hang out. And I knock on his door, and he opens it. Or his brother opens it, and I just see James in the chair, just the dude going on his back, just finishing up. And I'm just like, what the hell? I was like, dog, I was like, it's like 1:00 in the afternoon. So I'm just like, what the hell? So and he's like, yo, you want to go next? And I'm just like, that's literally the first words he said to me as I walked through the door. And just me, for whatever reason, I just said, yeah, I'm down. I'll do it. Whatever.
And this is right after a game or before a game? Day before the game?
The day before the game. And then I ended up getting, which I wish I didn't, but this whole left, another hood tat hanging out with me. I got this whole left shoulder to elbow tatted in just like the most sloppiest way you could possibly get it. So, I'm proud of it, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, hanging out with James, I ended up getting tatted a lot.
Well, all right. So you were teammates. This is a guy I wanted to bring up too. You were also teammates with Amir Johnson. That's another dude that is crazy tatted. Right. So what's it like that kind of like peer pressure or just like influence from guys like Amir and guys like James?
He's super cool, man. He's a big pop culture guy. Like, he loves movies, comics, TV shows, music, like anything you can just, like your whole childhood growing up, all that, he just gets it inked onto his body. Like, I remember he came back, between a game and had I think he got like a Hulk tattoo on his thigh. He got a Wolverine tattoo on his thigh. Yeah. And he got like some other tattoo somewhere else, just like in the middle of like the season. So I know that he was always on some. And then James, he just literally, like, anytime we hanging out, like probably I'm gonna say like a quarter of our time in Toronto hanging out was us getting tattooed. So it was fun, bro. I wish I would have got more.
That's wild. Yeah, and James is a guy, one of the guys that's like a pioneer, I'd say, in terms of just like tattoos in the league because he's you know, he's fucking neck down. Like he does not playing around.
Nah, bro, he has it. Bro, I didn't see it. Like I told him, like the day before, it was a preseason game. The day before, he's getting his whole back tatted, bro, like a lion with like in the African savannah with like the sunset. Like he getting all this tattoo.
And this is at home or this is on the road? He's doing this.
This is at home. This is at home. Okay. But then another time. We're on a road trip, go to Chicago when he used to play at Chicago. He's like, yo, like we getting off the bus to go into the hotel, like right after like we land. And he's just like, yo, Ross, what you doing tonight? And I'm just like, I'll just go to my room, probably go to sleep. He was like, yo, you trying to go get tatted? I'm just like, what? I'm like, bro, what? He was like, yeah, I'm about to go finish my leg sleep. I was like, wait, what? And because his leg he has like a big Samoan tattoo like on his leg. So I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, I'm going to sleep, bro. Next day, because our lockers are always next to each other. Next day, bro, his entire knee to his ankle was all like tattooed, but within the tattoo of the Samoan like tribe or the Samoan symbols was like the red bandana flag, like in the background.
So,
So just super detailed stuff. So I'm just like, there's no fucking way I could have did that, bro. But he was different, man. I seen him get his hands, neck, back, and leg tatted before like games. Different.
That's wild. Different. Yeah, that is bro. Wild. I remember I haven't posted in a while, but there's a video from 2 years ago, I think, or a year ago maybe, where he's on like a private jet, probably flying to a game or whatnot. I don't remember what time of the season it was, and he's getting tattooed on the plane. Yeah, and I was just like, bro, it's just different.
He doesn't stop, bro. He like his neck tat, but everything is super unique, bro. Every single tattoo he has a story, and I mean a story. It has like a 10-minute backstory to what led up to this tattoo. So I mean, that's another dope thing about him.
Yeah, that's fire. So for you, who was like your main influence, or whether it's basketball or obviously you're talking about superheroes, supervillains, stuff like that. But was there anyone in particular that like had tats where you were kind of looked at them and you were like, all right, like fire, I'm trying to go get some tattoos?
Nah, not really. I mean, I always liked, tattoos because it's kind of like art. But I mean, there wasn't really anybody that kind of made me like, well, besides like my close friends, there wasn't too many people that were like forcing me into getting tattooed. But baby. But there wasn't too many people that forced. So I mean, it's kind of just like a personal decision almost. But that's kind of what led to like my indecision on like what to get. But no, I really just kind of, once I got one, it's just addicting. You like the way it looks, you like the way you look with it. So I think that was the biggest thing. I just couldn't stop.
And what's like your creative like input when it comes to tattoos? Like, are you one of those guys where you go to an artist and you're like, do your thing, or are you super involved with every tattoo you get?
I kind of had to like learn as I go. Like the first time I let somebody just be like, yeah, do what you want. Like, it looked nice at the time, but then you just have to know like what it's going to look over time. And like after it peels and after, like, especially with my skin complexion, I'm kind of dark. So anything that you use like right here and like real close together, it's going to look like just super blotchy. So I had to learn how to like deal with that and then kind of tell guys like, nah, try to use like negative outlining or do this or do that. It's like with a darker like skin tone, like it's harder to make things pop. But I mean, it's just, through trial and error and seeing other people's tattoos, like you kind of get ideas over time. Yeah. And especially being in the league, like every person has tattoos, like, so you kind of just get a sense of what works. And then I think Pinterest for me is something always on. Like anytime I know I want to get a tattoo, I'll spend like hours on Pinterest, like pulling things, trying to like drag it. And then I'll send it to like to the artist and ask him, like, especially like Mark, I'll just send him like, yo, can you work with this? Because anything you can do with this? And he'll be like, yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I try to stay involved with just, especially like that, especially, and then knowing what tattoo artist does, like what their strengths and what their weaknesses are, like that's a big tool. Because if you don't, bro, it could be bad sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's what I always tell people, because people are always saying, like, whether it's in the comments or DMing me and shit, is always like, yo, I have darker skin or I have lighter skin. How do I approach? And like you said, it's you gotta know that artist is able to do that, because it's way different. When we talked to Austin a couple weeks ago, Austin Rivers, and he's a lighter guy, and he was talking about for him growing up, like he wasn't looking at AI. He was looking at more of like a Darren Williams kind of guy, because he knew like his skin wasn't gonna look like that.
Yeah,
So it's
for
like
sure.
super important to know, you know, what your skin is and what it's gonna look like when you get the tattoos on it.
No, for sure, bro. Because there's been guys that have the same complexion as me, but they try to get too much, or they like they'll go too deep in their skin, and it just, you can't really see it from like other than 5-6 feet out. So I try to keep it light as much as I could, but over time, bro, it's just people just do what they want, and I like, until my later age, I started to be like really detailed, but yeah, man, it's just trial and error.
So how did you and Mark meet?
I remember I had the itch for getting a tattoo, and I think what did I do to find Mark? I think I might have just been like on Instagram and like just like the search thing, just like hashtag like tattoos, and then just looking through the filters and just seeing stuff and just kind of scrolling that way. And I think just super lucky, I might have found him. You know, I remember I'm just looking through his page and I was like, damn, like he does a lot of detailed work. Everything looks really nice. And after that, I was just like, you know, let me hit him up and see where he's at and see if he can come to me. So, and it was cool, bro. He was super easy. Like I might have reached out to him within like, you know, a week. He was, you know, setting up to come out here. So it was super dope. He was super easy to work with.
That's fire. And was he the first? Was that the first like experience you had where you kind of flew out an art, like a specific artist, and had like your own private kind of session?
Sometimes I used to go with, so I think like the way I used to do things, I would just like hit up local artists in the town and just kind of see what I liked out of them. But the older I got, I was like, well, I need to be kind of a little more specific with what I want to do certain things. So I kind of just started to try to be patient. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have it for life, so I might as well just spend the money on it.
Yeah, for sure.
And, I just went that route. Just kind of at whatever cost now, just because you just want to make it look nice for as long as it can.
Yeah. So let's shoot back over to the teammates you've had over the years. Do you have a guy in mind? If you could give me who's the best tats you've ever seen as a teammate?
As a teammate?
Yeah, let's go first all time, and then I want to know current too.
First all time. I would say Lou Will. Lou Will, he probably has the best tattoos of all the teammates I've ever had. As far as like quality, amount, like just the way it kind of flows, I think it's him. Like his tattoos were like next level. I think he had like a super giant back tat, and it was like a family tree, and it like feeds into like his whole body. It was wild. But he's definitely probably number one. And right now, current.
Yeah. Because you guys have a solid tattoo team. When I look at the Magic, you got I'm a big fan of some of the guys on your team.
Markel's tats are really nice.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else got the best? Gary Harris has
I forgot fucking Gary. Gary Harris, if you're listening to this, bro, send me a picture of your leg sleeve, please.
Yeah, bro, his leg sleeve is sick.
So tough, and I haven't gotten pictures of it ever. Like I can't ever get a good pic.
I'll hit him up. I hit him up, bro, because our lockers are right next to each other. But he has a really dope sleeve and leg sleeve. Wendell has a really dope sleeve on his leg.
I like RJ's.
RJ has. I like RJ's more so because of all the pop culture references that he has, bro. RJ's young, but he's old. He's old at heart, bro. Like he has Michael Myers, he has Scream, he has Ghostface in the night is wild. He has a Michael Jackson tat, he has the Kobe tat. So like he's super like pop culture, bro. Not always puts like he knows all the old shit, and he's only like 20, so it's crazy. So he has a really dope collection. Cole has some really nice one. He just got a Pokemon leg sleeve.
Yeah, I seen that. So fire.
Who else, man? Markel has. He's super tatted, like and
but you see like the younger guys, like that's what I was saying, like the difference from you know what I'm saying, you had and a lot of guys where it was like you got into the league and it was like, all right, hood tats, like we're going to get $200 tattoo my whole group. Now it's like some of these guys are doing it like RJ, at least like that's the one I know the best, but I mean is getting like quality fucking work. Yeah.
That's early. Like the one thing. Yeah, bro. That's one thing I wish I kind of was a little more patient with. Like all these guys, all the tats are so next level. Like that, they look really nice. I just wish that I was been like, you know what, I'm gonna take the time, spin the bread, and get the nicest tattoo I can get. And that's kind of what I'm starting to do now. But I'm just like, for my arms, oh man, it's too late. Like, there's not too much I can do else with my arms. They're probably all like hood tatted up. But whenever I start my chest and my back, or like the rest of my legs, they'll be legit.
I'm excited to see that. Couple questions. What was in on the inside of your arm that you and Mark did? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. So it's a Bible verse with like a rosemary, and it kind of just, I don't know if you guys can see it from right here, but it's like it's just a Bible verse with some clouds, some rosemary beads, and then just like a cross at the end, like a shrine. So I mean, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I was just like, I didn't want this to be so blank anymore. So I was like, just whatever you can do, just fill it in. And he did a great job, bro.
Yeah.
Because I have another tat of my brother and sister's name on this arm, but like the hood tat, he went way too deep. He scarred it, and he just didn't like the placement, and just the way he did it was just like super sloppy. Like it's like missing ink, and so it was just the level of qualities, and the arms are miles apart.
Yeah. Well, at least now you got to figure it out where it's like you're still not, competing the same. I mean, completing the same mistake over and over again.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any guys in the league, just like general names, or any guys where you're like, damn, like they have some fire tattoos?
Oh yeah. Who has some dope ass, like Kelly Oubre, who's super tatted.
Yeah.
God damn. Put me on the spot. Let me think. So as far as Daniel Tice, he has some dope ass tattoos.
Facts, and that's a super shout out to you, because a lot of people like don't mention him, don't know that, but he has firework.
No, he's super tatted. Man, that's hard. That's a hard one. I don't know. A lot of people. Dame has some dope ass tats. Like he just has like that. Like he's basically like a full sleeved and inked up everywhere. So but yeah, that's tough.
For me, the MVP last year that like when I do the awards was Jordan Clarkson, right?
That's who I was thinking. I was like, there's somebody I'm missing. I was like, I couldn't think of it. But JC for sure he probably could win it. Yeah, his shit is elite.
Yeah, like insane.
No, like it doesn't make sense. He's a rock star type shit.
So I want to ask you about that because I remember a long time ago. I'm assuming it was jokes, but you posted a story and it was like, I think I swiped up and I was like, yo, what's your next tat? And you answered it. It was like one of those question things. Yeah. And you were like, yeah, right here, like neck tat.
Yeah. I be thinking about it. I'm always on the fence. I'm on the fence. I'm always on the fence, bro. Because I got a loose ass neck. You know who's the R&B singer, bro?
With what? With neck tat?
Dude with a neck tat. Super long ass neck, bro.
Who?
R&B's I'm a
R&B singer with a super is he like good or he's like a joke?
No.
I don't know.
I'm gonna find it, bro. Hold up.
All right, yeah.
I'm selfish. It's the selfish song. I'm selfish.
Oh, fucking
PNB Rock.
Yeah.
So you know how like he has like that super long neck, and it's just like I don't want to be a victim of that. So like, just to avoid that at all costs, like I don't know. I'm on the fence, but I'm definitely gonna try to I'm thinking about getting some hand tats and just going everywhere else. But I don't know. Maybe with my neck.
What about the face? Would you ever touch the face?
No, probably not.
No,
my hairline's receding. My skin is super stretchy, so when I'm old, it's gonna droop. I don't think I'm gonna touch the face.
Not touching the face?
No fucking way. Wait, are you gonna do it?
I don't know, bro. If I make it big enough with the shit I'm doing now, where like this is what I'm doing, then fuck it. I think like all right, so nothing crazy. I'm not gonna be one of those dudes where it's
like a little peep.
But like I mean, like JC shit he has on the side of his face. He just got one over here. I don't know if you've seen it, but so tough. And then Terry Rozier just got something super small. It's just like right here. But I feel like you could get like little accent pieces kind of that like shape your face a little bit that are like a little tough.
But you know how like, bro, but the people that have those type of tats are usually
out of space.
Or yes. Yeah. So I was like, there's nothing else. Like they're neck down to the ankles, like nowhere else to go. So like, it starts, and I think that's when it starts to like complete the look. Like when you level up in a video game, you're gonna get the gold crown at the end, but you're not gonna get it at level 40. Like you got to get to a level 100 to get that last, crown, which I think is like the accent. So I don't know.
All right. So then, so if Terrence Ross goes neck down tatted, possibly face tattoo.
I will go even like under the chin.
But
like neck,
hell no to the face.
I don't think so. Because I can't even grow a beard, bro. Where am I gonna put shit? No, it's not gonna.
So you could do one of the like the tat. You could do like the tatted hairline and like the tatted beard. You ever seen that where people do like?
That's not for the style fight. That's because they missed their beard. Yeah, man, hell, I couldn't do that. Can't be me.
All right, I got 2 more questions before we wrap up here. But so who do you think on the Orlando Magic is most likely to get blasted next, like tattooed like crazy? It could be someone that has tats but is just gonna go like next level, like neck down in 10 years. I have my pick. Once you say yours, I'm gonna tell you mine.
Neck down,
or just
I would say shoulders down.
Okay,
I would say Jalen.
Jalen, really?
Jalen sucks.
Really? That's super interesting because he follows the page, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, but see, when he followed, I was like looking, I was like, damn, did I miss something? Like he doesn't have no tats. So that's like a known thing then. He shows interest in it.
I'm gonna persuade him. But that is part of the culture, bro. Once you hear for someone, I didn't have tats my whole first year, and I wasn't even thinking about getting a tat, and all of a sudden it was just like, I can do it. I can see myself. I mean, for sure, bro. It's gonna be one board summer where he's not just gonna go crazy.
Yeah. You gotta be the James Johnson to Jalen Suggs.
He don't want that, bro. I can't do that to him. He's too light skinned, bro. That would be too much, bro. That would be way too much.
All right, and then last question. This is a question I ask everybody. In total, I want to twist it for you for a second, but in total, how much do you think you've spent on your tattoos?
That's a good question.
Give me a ballpark number. It doesn't have to be exact.
Oh, bro, maybe around 35 to 40K.
Okay, so solid number.
And I would just say that usually that's because I'm usually getting like at home or they're coming to me.
Yeah. Okay. And then how much? This is what I was saying when I was wanting to twist it for you. For you, how much of that is the last like 2 years, and how much of that is the first couple pieces you got?
I would say between my leg, my arm, my hands, and my forearm. Those are probably the most expensive. But yeah, because they took the longest too.
Yeah.
And then and I got what else? Do I have anything on my chest? I have one on my chest. I think my wife's name, but that one, and it's kind of big. But I don't know. Yeah, I for sure. It's the wrist and it's the arms and it's inside the arms and the leg. That's probably the most expensive. All
right. That wraps it up for us. It was a fucking fire conversation, bro. I appreciate you coming on and just chatting up everything. Good luck for the rest of the season. I'm super excited to see what tats you're gonna get next. Those leg sleeve ideas sound fucking dope. So whenever you start to get those, you definitely gotta send through some pics.
Oh, I got you, bro. I got you.
I thank you again, bro. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me, dog.
What's up, guys? This is your host, Matt Mangano. Make sure to follow, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts. And we also have a YouTube channel, so head over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button.